As someone you love just died, and you're angry or lost or scared, and you want to try and figure out how you can even begin to get over this kind of pain. Well, I've lost a few people I love, and I'm going to tell you how I did it. I've been to 7 funerals and never a wedding, but I have been uninvited from one, but that's besides the point. 2 of those funerals were my dad and mum when I was aged 6 and 15 respectively. Death and I are well acquainted. I even remember over 12 years ago, the night my mum died, I was standing outside a hospice and I was smoking a cigarette, and I remember audibly saying, I am so fucked. So, in this video, I'm going to share with you the mantras, theories, ideas, realizations that I came to eventually overcome this grief. And so, without further ado, when you lose someone you love, it is earth-shattering. This numb, bottomless void opens up within you, and this kind of dull ache just consumes your life. Anything that once had a spark or brightness to it is completely gone. You find it difficult to find any joy in anything. You lose perception of time, and you just couldn't give a fuck about anything anymore. You couldn't give a toss about going around to X's for dinner or doing whatever with Y, and you just, anything that meant anything has lost all meaning and purpose, and you just stop giving a fucking shit about art. And so you think to yourself, why and how on earth should I continue? And in some sense, that's a very logical way that you're toying with suicide. You think, well, why the bloody hell should I bother? This is terrible, this life thing without this person. And all I can say, if you are feeling this way, you are probably in the early stages of your grief. If not, all I can do is implore you to not make any decision that you cannot undo. You are effectively fighting for your life, and therefore just try and make it to breakfast, then lunchtime, and then dinner, and then bed. Take it minute by minute and worry about tomorrow, and just don't expect too much of yourself, and take it day by day. It will take a while, and there will be numerous emotions that inhibit you from doing so, but you are now required to be a good parent to yourself. Remember when your parents told you to eat your vegetables or do your homework? You now need that voice in your head. For me personally, I conceptualized it as almost like when she was alive, my mum acted like a sat-nav. Go left, go right, do X, do Y. But now that she was no longer with me, she was more like a compass, and the bearings, her essence, was guiding me in making the right decisions. Now, this is a really sad realization that you have to come to, that you are not afforded the privilege of that support that you were once so dependent upon. And you are now bequeathed with unforgiving responsibility, and no longer can you bury your head in the sand about doing the things that are right for you. And whilst this advice might seem like it is specific to those that have lost their parents, really, it's applicable to anybody that's lost anybody. Whether it's your wife, your kids, your mum, your friends, you name it. All of those people wanted the very best for you. They wanted you to live happily, healthy, and doing the very best you could. And therefore, when you lose someone you love, you're required to be a good parent to yourself. Whilst this might seem like a harsh point to make and a difficult one to accept, especially if you're in the early stages of your grief, you are alone. Your friends and less immediate family will quickly move on to resume their perceivably trouble-free lives. And ultimately, you must accept that not only is no one going to save you, no one cares about you, but also no one's going to help you, importantly, in the way that you would want them to. This might seem like a crude example, but I realized that my mum would love and care about me regardless of whether I achieved all that I wanted. But could I love Jacob if I didn't achieve all that I wanted? Maybe not. And therefore, you must realize that no one is going to save you from the whole of grief, and no one's going to care enough about you to put their life on hold to help you. As I say, this is a harsh point to make, but when you fully comprehend that you are alone, it's liberating because it gives you the agency to accept life's facts and that the power is within your hands to rebuild your life. When in the depths of grief, the primary question one wonders is, how the fuck am I going to do life without that person? And therefore, you need to prove, not only to yourself and them, but also life itself, that you can manage and eventually thrive without them. The practical aspect of overcoming grief, whereby you live a healthy and productive life thereafter, can only be surmounted through progress and achievements. Let me explain. When my mum died, she left me a guide to life without her. And in this guide, she explained that when my father died, she advised that, without explanation, to work hard. I didn't understand how that would help, but what I eventually realized through experiencing it myself was that upon lifting her head, taking stock of her achievements, provided her with the undeniable evidence that not only could she manage without her partner, but that she could achieve and progress in spite of not having the support she once believed she was so dependent upon. Therefore, work hard at anything and everything. Prove to life that you can do it without them. I remember asking myself, of all the far more deserving dickheads I know, why would I be the one to lose both my mum and my dad? But then it occurred to me, well, why not me? Bereavement has befallen millions of people before me in far more tragic circumstances. Why would I be special in avoiding this grief? When there are parents who bury their children and millions who live without dignity, life is anything but fair. And in actual fact, it is the human condition to suffer. Though it is a bloody tough pill to swallow, the sooner that you can accept the idea that ultimately it was inevitable, the sooner that you can begin to heal and ultimately appreciate all that remains. The death of a loved one is a terrible affliction. Many have, do, and will suffer from it. However, there comes a point where you are choosing to continue suffering needlessly. This is very unusual, and I never thought I'd quote a comedian, but Jimmy Carr has an idiom about choice and responsibility. And he says, if a kid blames their parents for everything, we kind of brush it off and you think, oh, it's a kid, innit? They don't know any better. Whereas if a 40-year-old blames their parents for everything, you think, well, come on, mate, you're 40. And therefore, there's a point in everybody's life between that, maybe that kid's age and a 40-year-old, where you assume responsibility. Whether we are conscious of it or not, it is the belief systems behind these ideas which are the foundation. When my mum died, initially, it ruined my life. And that was probably a fact. I fucking didn't find any joy in anything. I thought, fuck this. It ruined my life. However, there came a point where I was letting her death ruin my life. It was my choice. And so, if you can accept its injustice and lack of reason, you can take agency of what you can control. And ultimately, that's the silver lining, however obscure and obtuse. I promise I don't subscribe to any religion, apart from Jacobitism, nor believe in any kind of God, but I do believe it is a gift to exist. And within the T&Cs of that existence is suffering. Though it is initially one of life's worst experiences to be bereaved of someone, I also believe it to be one of, if not the most, human, and as such, best experiences possible. Because with experience comes experience. It has enriched my life in so many ways, and in some sense, made it easier. It has made me more compassionate for others. It has taught me to be forgiving. It has given me a greater appreciation of my own mortality and the finite and fragile nature of life. It has taught me the difference between what is important and to fuck off what is not. And it has taught me to be unbothered by what I cannot control. It is a hard idea to grasp, but a beautiful one upon its comprehension, and therefore I implore anyone to consider it in their journey of grief. And there we have it. Unfortunately, we are all likely to experience the loss of someone we dearly love. It is an earth-shattering experience and has personally turned my life upside down. I have an earlier video where I detail the journey of my grief and emotions, and grief certainly did not spare me. And whilst it seems that, especially if you're in the throes of anguish, any sense of recovery or normality seems light years away, I promise if you can just bear with it, eventually, after much work and pain and confrontation, there is light at the end of the tunnel. And if you can hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says, hold on.